Good afternoon. India's coronavirus pandemic continues to worsen by the day, and now it's hit a grim new milestone. The country has become the first in the world to record more than 400,000 coronavirus infections. That's in just one day. The news comes as the country's hospitals continue to struggle with acute shortages of both oxygen and beds. Vaccination of all adults has now begun, although there's a desperate lack of vaccine dose supplies. And in a controversial move, Australia announced Friday that it is banning its own citizens from returning from India due to the severity of the outbreak there. It says it will jail anyone who tries to come home. Our correspondent Mark Lebel reports.
Grasping valuable oxygen, receiving care in a car. Others still urgently seeking it.
We're waiting here in hope that they will help us a bit, and in the meantime we are trying to organize oxygen from another source.
As the now all too familiar queues for oxygen continue. It's not just oxygen, wood is in short supply too, with so many cremations like this taking place.
Because the government has given up. Everything now depends on God.
Many are pinning their hopes on vaccines too. The world's largest vaccination drive here has so far led to 150 million jabs. All adults over the age of 18 are now eligible to receive one. But a number of key states say that's not yet possible because of a shortage of doses. To stop the virus spreading elsewhere, Australia has temporarily made it illegal for its citizens to return home from India, and this from America.
We have announced that there's going to be a travel restriction starting on Tuesday.
But some flights will take on extra importance.
We're going to be sending a plane with supplies that will include oxygen, and with an expectation that that will provide some level of relief.
But even if cases are now successfully contained, it's predicted there's still a tough month ahead.
The daily case count is likely to peak around mid-May, and the daily death count will possibly peak about 2 weeks later towards the end of May.
India's battle with this pandemic remains on many fronts. Mark Lebel, BBC News.
Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has kick-started the vaccination drive for everyone above the age of 18 from today. Many Indian states have announced they can't begin the vaccination as they don't have enough stock to provide the doses. This is happening at a time when India has reported over 400,000 cases of COVID-19 in just 24 hours. The BBC's Amir Pirzada reports from Srinagar.
Through the second wave of coronavirus, Kashmir has also seen a massive spike in new cases, due to which most of the vaccination centers in Srinagar have no vaccines. Hardly anyone can be seen at these centers, and those who have turned up are sent back. This is happening on the day when Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government kickstarts a vaccination drive for everyone above the age of 18. And as India continues to record over 300,000 cases a single day. According to federal government's new vaccination policy, the state government and the hospitals can directly purchase the vaccines from the manufacturers. And while India is the largest vaccine manufacturer, it seems there are not enough vaccines available. Many states have clearly announced that they can't begin the vaccination drive as the manufacturers have not been able to keep up with the demand. That has led to a widespread disappointment.
I have been waiting from 8:45 because they told the center will be open at 9. Now is near about 10. It's getting 10, 9:45. But they are not available. They say the vaccine is not available here. You go back, come another day. My aunt is with me. She's a diabetic patient. I have an uncle. She have a neuro problem, That's why I'm very worried about them. But we are still waiting.
So far, India has fully vaccinated less than 2% of its population. Experts say at the current rate, it may take India years to vaccinate its entire population. But can India's estimated 800 million eligible citizens, and indeed the world, afford to wait for so long? Amir Pirzada, BBC News, Srinagar.